Next up, it is our session. We're going to take it another level. Sunshine and serotonin. And if you're in mid-Michigan, I'm in the Lansing area. Yesterday, we had a lot of sunshine and I was feeling the serotonin. We have executive chef Rob Trufant. I hope I'm saying that right, Rob. Please don't.
Trufant, Rob Trufant.
Trufant. He fell in love with cuisine at a berry farm and orchard in northeastern Michigan. Throughout the years, his passion has grown deeper. As a graduate of the School of Hospitality Business at Michigan State University, go green and white, this Michigan native found his calling as a caterer while traveling the states. Rob joined the MSU as athletic catering and event service team in 2006, and he was promoted to the role of, say that for me.
Where are we at? Sous chef?
Sous chef, thank you.
On the bio, yeah.
Since 2016, Rob has been proud to serve as the executive chef for Team Kellogg and called the banks of the Red Cedar his home. So go Spartans, welcome Rob. So glad to have you.
Hi, everybody. So happy to be here.
And you have shared privileges, correct?
Let's make sure we've got
Let's make sure he can share.
Indeed.
Yes, you do.
All right. So welcome, everybody. It's going to be kind of three introductions here. One from Rhonda, thank you. One right now, I'm Rob Trufant, executive chef, Team Kellogg, and we're going to be watching a video and we'll talk along through it. We're going to be cooking 3 different courses. And the inspiration for this is getting outside and soaking up some sunshine, getting some serotonin. For me, the big one is I don't like having the oven on or anything like that inside the house in the summer. Just kind of cook everything on the grill. I use a lot of paper plates so I don't have to go in and do the dishes. Anything to kind of beat the heat, right? So we'll hop right into the video here. And
Hi, Rob, but you need to share your sound. We don't hear you or the video.
okay, give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Second, I need the password. Still need the password. Yeah. Hi, I'm Rob Trufant, executive chef of Team Kellogg. Thank you for joining us today for the Sunshine and Serotonin session. We're going to be using local Michigan ingredients to create some worldly flavors. And first, we're going to start out with a summer chopped salad inspired by Indian chot dishes. All right, so as we go through these videos here, I kind of try and emphasize before you get out and try to start cooking to do as much of this prep ahead of time as possible. That way, if you see later in the video, like I'm hoping to cut up some butter, but it's getting pretty warm out there. So anything you can kind of do inside and keep cool would be better. First thing here, we're gonna start off warming up the grill, and we're just gonna throw on the asparagus while we start our other prep. First, we're gonna cut up the strawberries, and we have strawberries in 2 places. So we're gonna cut up some for this salad, and then we're gonna set the rest aside for the dessert course. Half in our bowl. Set those aside for later. Get our cucumber out. Same thing, we're just gonna medium dice this. Break it down into manageable chunks. These ingredients are easily swappable. We keep the little mini snacking cucumbers at home. That would be perfect for this, just cutting those in half and giving them a chop. Same thing here on the onion. We've got half this onion that's gonna go into the salad, and the other half that's getting saved for the entree course. Just gonna medium dice. That onion, we're gonna save for later. We'll do it while we have that onion on the board. Cut out the root end and just a quick fine julienne. Oh. I guess we're gonna cut that onion up twice. It is just one onion. Okay, sorry about that. All right, jalapenos. So when I cut peppers, I do like to cut off the tops and the bottoms and use them, open them like a book like that. I do use the tops and bottoms. Here I'm just demonstrating the dice. If you have a different favorite chili, feel free to use that. If you want more, if you want less, if you don't want any at all, there's lots of ways that you can play with this. Turn the asparagus. Take out our greens next, and we'll give those a chop. We are fortunate here that we do have a greenhouse right across the street, so we're able to get some fresh greens, which makes all the difference. Get our cilantro, and we'll give that a chop as well. Kind of roll everything into a tight bundle so you just don't have to run the knife through it as many times. Pick out the bigger stems, save a little bit for on top. Add as much as you want. You see, I throw a little extra cilantro in there. I like the punch. And then the mint, we're just gonna go ahead and pull that off the stem. And then we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna roll that into a tight bundle. Give it a rough chop. Throw a little bit in, save a little bit for on top. Asparagus is done, and this was all in real time, the order that I did it. So at this point, the asparagus was ready after chopping this stuff up. Just really lightly cooked. Same thing, we're just gonna cut that into small pieces. A lot of spring flavors here. And I know in the last session there, she was talking about purple vegetables and how good they are for you. We actually just got some purple asparagus from across the street as well. Wasn't ready for the video here, but just great stuff. We're gonna do the vinaigrette next. We're gonna take a little bit of the vinegar, just a skosh of mustard, and just make sure your mustard's open. As you can see me struggling to open it right here. There we go, just a little skosh, a little bit of the agave. Whisk that together, and then we're gonna stream in that olive oil. While whisking, the video is sped up for your pleasure. I do not have a superhuman ability to whisk. And that's just gonna go right over the salad. Give it a toss. A little salt and pepper. For yogurt, I put it already in a Ziploc bag. I use this a lot for all sorts of things at home. Sour cream on potatoes, or really whatever. Plate up the salad. We're gonna take that yogurt and we're gonna kind of pipe it, drizzle it over. And then we've got some extra cilantro and mint. A little bit of that on top. And then some corn chips. You could use tortilla chips if you wanted. I like Fritos. I don't know, they remind me of summer. A little chili cheese Frito and a walking taco. But a little crunch to the salad. That's off. Next up, we're going to be doing chicken thigh burnt ends and potatoes and vegetables on papillote. So this one here, I love camping, and one of the things that we always do is you wrap up everything in foil. The potatoes, the onions, the peppers. Honestly, when I was out there, I had flashbacks of being a kid. First, we're going to start off. I brined the chicken thigh, just pickle juice right out of the jar overnight. I've got a dry rub, a little bit of olive oil. Just make sure that your protein there, whenever you're going on the grill, you just want to have a little bit of oil and make sure that that's properly lubricated. Don't worry about spraying down your grill. This is the important part right here. Get it on there. Right when you get these started, you can also get the potatoes, the peppers and onions started. And all we're doing is just slicing potatoes that have already been washed. Cutting up our pepper. Trimming the peppers like this is really great, especially for spicy ones. All the capsaicin, the spicy stuff, is stored in the placental ribs and in those seeds. So when we cut it like that, we kind of get a lot of that heat out of there and just keep a lot of that flavor. So we're going to take a piece of foil and a piece of parchment. Load everything in there. Our onions for this dish are already cut up. We're gonna throw a knob of butter in there, a little salt and pepper, and I'm gonna kind of fold it up just a little bit so that the splash of white wine in there. When you go through the recipes, that'll all make sense. Have a sip with your salad, use some right here with your potatoes and vegetables. This all gets wrapped up in a nice little package, loaded right on the grill. Now this is for the baste for the chicken. Got some butter, some brown sugar, and some barbecue sauce, your favorite kind, whatever you like. You can use less brown sugar if you want. And just throw it right on the grill to melt on there just for a couple minutes. Give it a stir. Bring it all together. Now you could do this in a separate bowl, but I just like to do it right in the pan that I'm going to be cooking in, so it's one less dirty dish. At that point, you should be able to turn those chicken thighs. A couple minutes later, give them another turn. What we're looking here is just to have them about 75% of the way cooked through. We'll pull them off the grill. That little niblet there was small enough to go right in the sauce. And then we're just gonna cut these up into smaller pieces. Those are gonna go right in the baste in that pan. That's gonna go right back on the grill. Throw those in there, give them a little stir, coat them real nice. Those go back on the grill. Stir them every couple minutes. Once they're done, cooked all the way through, we're looking for at least 165. Your potatoes and vegetables should be done. For plating, just some of the potatoes and vegetables. Small portion of the chicken. Spooned a little bit of the extra sauce around. And then if you have anything you want to plus it up with, we had some scallions and some fresh herbs cut up. So we're just going to go ahead and sprinkle that on top. And this is one of the smaller portions, but it's real clean flavors. Finally, we're gonna make some drop biscuits for shortcake with strawberries and cream on the grill. The nice thing is you can just leave your grill on, turn the heat down a little bit, throw these on while you're eating dinner, your biscuits after they're made, and you can make this dough ahead of time. If you wanna make this the day before, right when you're brining your chicken, that's fine. Leave it in the fridge overnight. Scoop them out in the morning, not a problem. Splash of that white wine in there, same thing, more or less sugar if you want to use a different sweetener. Omit the wine. And we're just gonna set those aside. And all these biscuits they're just Bisquick. We've got some butter, and this is where I said it got a little warm. Go ahead and get that in there. Your cream. And I made a note in the recipe, blatant disregard for the amount of vanilla. Add as much as you want, or as little as you want. That's up to you. Now, if you have any extra instant oatmeal packs lying around at home, that's normally what I do when I make these at home. Is I just open up a pack and throw it in. If not, some quick rolled oats, a little bit of sugar and some spice, whatever feels nice. Give that a stir, and then just scoop those out onto a parchment-lined tray. And this is just going to go right on the oven. And while these are baking, that sugar will kind of glaze the strawberries. Those will get happy. While this is happening, you're eating your entree. Wind up getting some warm biscuits. Top it with some fresh strawberries. And unless you have a whipper at home, save yourself the arm strength by a can of whipped cream. Top it off. And this is another one of those comforting foods for me in the summer. You can throw some of that fresh mint if you had any extra.
We have the summer chopped salad, the chicken thigh burnt ends with potatoes and vegetables on papillote, and the grilled shortcake with berries and whipped cream. So we'd like to thank you for joining us outside, soaking up some sunshine, boosting our serotonin, and enjoying some delicious cuisine.
All right. I know that was a quick watch there. Just open up the floor for any sorts of questions you might have.
Are there any questions? How awesome. Never thought of baking on the grill. Thank you for the great recipes. Are we going to post the recipes in the chat room? They will be posted on the website.
Oh, great. So yeah, honestly, in the summer, I use the grill really as my oven. So any sort of baking I do right out on the grill. Save myself that high energy bill in the winter or in the summer.
So question, can you use chicken breast instead of thighs?
Of course. Absolutely.
I like dark meat as well. Let me see. I see one up here. I'm trying to move this. Okay. I cannot do spice. I'm sorry. I can't remove my.
If you can do sweet peppers instead of jalapenos, that would be a great option. Really, any sort of vegetables that are available to you would be great in that salad. Just gently prepared, just really light, great flavors, all that tossed together.
Do you have to change baking times when baking on the grill?
So one of the things is just making sure that you have your, heat set on the grill to the right temperature. Hopefully that little thermometer that's on the front of everybody's outdoor grill works. If not, you're really looking for kind of a lower heat on the flame. I like to put parchment down just to kind of help distribute that the heat across the metal pan and not prevent burning. And that's really what you kind of are trying to avoid, because it is open flame underneath and you're really close to it. But other than that, it's not really adjusting the baking time. I had that grill dialed in at about 400 degrees. And the difference between that and the oven inside was negligible.
Cool. Does that answer your question out there? Any other questions? I know this made me hungry. That looked delicious.
Foods being happy as they cook. Yeah, food should be happy. Eat what you love what you eat. Food should make you happy too, Getting outside always makes me feel better. Soaking up some sunshine, fresh air, all of that. I like to eat intuitively, getting a lot of those fresh vegetables in.
Does cooking on the grill give a different flavor to the biscuits?
So I would suppose if you were cooking over wood or charcoal, yes. That I just cooked on, that was a wood-fired grill, and it was just slightly a little hint of wood fire, but no different than like if you were to get bread out of a hearth, just kind of that little magical, happy flavor.
Cool. That answer your question, Kathy? Excellent.
Another thing, sorry to cut you off there. Another
No.
thing, if you didn't want to make the biscuits and you just bought some pound cake, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you just slice that pound cake, give it a little mist, maybe with some Pam or something, you can grill that too. And just put the strawberries on top of that, save yourself the baking. Anything that gets you to get outside and eat the foods that you love and do that, more power to you. Change it up however you want. Make it taste however you want. That's the important thing, is that you're getting the stuff that you want, and intuitively that's what you need.
Anything else? Tina, you look
A
like you're
blueberry cobbler on our smoker that is delicious. Kathy, we need your address.
Too funny. Anything else? Excellent, excellent. Thank you, Chef Rob.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for inviting me. Always happy to share recipes. Always happy to host folks here at the beautiful Kellogg Hotel and Conference Center. I wish I could show you a picture. There's some new patio furniture out here. The stateroom's open for lunch this summer. Stop on by. It'd be great.
Great. Now, I was going to give a plug too, so you took my thunder.
Yeah, sorry, shameless
No.
plug.
We Go Green, yeah. So perhaps we'll be out there in the fall for our conference at
Yes.
at the Kellogg Center, and we'll have Chef Rob.
Yes, absolutely. Be happy to do something special for you all.
Excellent.
So, but not that we're doing any sort of shameless plugs or anything, but I guess I didn't drink my logoed water during the video to really make sure. Can we see it on the jacket? Okay.
We
Thank
get
you
the
so
message.
much.
Yes, predictive programming. Thank you so much.